Hi, this is Lindy King from California College Transfer, and I'm going to do a short video today on UC selective majors. And this is a little different than maybe just a normal uh, list of selective majors because, as anyone who has looked at any of my other YouTube videos knows, the UC's recently released for the first time. They created a transfer page of the admit rates and average GPAs for every single major at every UC. This was incredible because they'd never done it before. They held it close to the vest. We never really quite knew what GPAs or what was going on with each individual major, but now we do. So I thought it would kind of be fun to compare the low admit rates of some of the majors on this like transfer dump page with the published selective major lists that the each UC publishes. By the way, Berkeley stopped publishing theirs about 2 years ago. They used to put a little asterisk next to the major that was capped. They stopped doing it. You still can find it, I suppose, if you painstakingly go through each major individually, but I wasn't going to do that. But I did find the one from a couple of years ago, so I worked off of that list. So what I have done in this video is blended the selective lists that the UCs have published for each major at their campus with the low admit rates that are listed on that transfer dump page. And I might say it was interesting because there are quite a few other majors that have very low admit rates, in fact, equal to the selective major admit rates. So I added them as well. So this is what this video is going to show you. So let's start right away with some definitions. What is a capped or selective major? Berkeley and San Diego use the term capped. The other UCs use the term selective. Sometimes impacted is used. They might be talking about something or they throw that term out. The point is they are all three of them are exactly the same. They mean the same thing, which is that these are majors that are extremely popular, have high applications, and there is more demand than supply. So the result is there will always be a low admit rate. Usually you need to have a much higher GPA, except for maybe some of the design or arts ones, which the GPA isn't as important as the portfolio. And so you must plan for stiffer competition if you're going to apply to a selective or CAP major. And by the way, the easy way to find this out, you don't even need a list. All you need to see is any major that has a low admit rate, by extension, is going to be selective, capped, impacted, harder to get into. Okay, so now I'm going to start with my little blended list. But before we do, I just want to again give a disclaimer. This is just my opinion. It's not a definitive map. As I said, I've combined the capped or selective majors listed by the UCs with other majors that have similar low admit rates. So here we are with the selective or cap majors by UC for fall 2015. Here's Berkeley's. I'm not going to read them. You can look at that. But what I am going to add here, I have a little asterisk next to media studies because media studies has been on the capped list for quite some time. However, in 2015, its admit rate was 38%, which is significantly higher than the admit rates for these other majors. Most of the ones listed here are anywhere from 4%, bioengineering, to, I don't know, 20, 22%. I'm not exactly sure. So the 38% admit rate is definitely higher. It might have just been an anomaly for this 1 year, fall 2015, but I added it anyway because they did used to list it as capped. Okay, here's Davis. Again, just looking at this, all majors in engineering, all majors in biological sciences. This is pretty much the way it will be at every UC. Engineering and biological sciences are always going to be selective. Here's Irvine. Okay, here's UCLA. Again, the first two, arts and architecture, and theater, film, and TV, will involve a portfolio. Riverside, um, San Diego. What I want to say here about San Diego, I have asterisks on certain things. The biological, all biological sciences, economics, mathematics, and the engineering majors listed here, you must choose an alternate major if you apply to any of those majors. Because they are so highly competitive, they want you to have an alternate. Santa Barbara, pretty straightforward there. Again, the College of Creative Studies would have a portfolio. And then Santa Cruz. Okay, so that's it. There's 8 UCs. I did not include UC Merced because Merced didn't really have any data, so I'm just assuming there isn't really anything that's selective, especially there at this point in time. So anyway, there's 8. I have links to all of the UC's selective or capped pages, except Berkeley's I don't. I just have a link to their general majors page. I also have a link to the that new UC transfer dump page, but because there are so many, that's 9 links, I didn't include it here. If you look down in the description, there's a link to my website that will have them all listed on one page, so you can do that. Again, if you have any questions, you can email me at ask@cacollegetransfer.com. The information is below. I am also the author of How to Transfer to a UC from a California Community College, available on Amazon and iTunes. And thanks for reading or watching.